So, welcome to another class with me, Kathy Reed. Good to see your faces. So, we have a full moon tonight, and it's it's another full moon yoga. But last time we did a full moon, it was like really energizing and just like, yeah, let's get the power of the moon. But this time it's 2021. This is our first full moon. So let's let's just like start back at our like foundation here. Because I was thinking about it and I was like, I don't know if people that have been training with me for like over a year know the difference between a crescent pose or a crescent lunge and warrior one. So I thought let's reel it back. Let's reel it back to some of our foundations. Doesn't mean it's going to be an easy class, because even doing just a warrior pose for an extended period of time, you're like, God, my legs are sore. I just kind of want to move on to the next one. Why are we still in this lunge? Um, so yeah, we're gonna get that foundation and use that to build ourselves up. So by the time the full moon comes, December 21, then we're just gonna have a party. So we're gonna start today's practice with pranayama, which is a breath work. And for today's breath work, I wanted to do some box breathing. So I don't know if you're familiar with box breathing, but essentially you can picture it as you're doing this. You make a box as you inhale. We'll do 3 seconds, and then you hold or pause for 3. You exhale for 3, and then you pause again for 3. And then you do this kind of like box breathing, they call it. And I'll guide you for the first few, and then just on your own go. You can extend the count if you want to go up to like 4, 5, 7. It's up to you. And really kind of key in with practice. You key into that pause. That holding is where you have this. You can have this kind of like absence of thought, this point of clarity. So without further ado, I'm rambling. Let's go ahead and just sit comfortably. If you want to sit up on a block, you can do that. Having a blanket under you as well. Hands comfortably in your lap, maybe on your knees, maybe holding each other in the lap. Maybe close the eyes or soft gaze forward. And then we're going to inhale through the nose. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, exhale. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3. Inhale. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, exhale. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3. One more time together. Inhale. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, exhale. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3. Continue on your own. Your breath, your count. Complete one last cycle. And return back to your natural breath. It's natural ebb and flow, in and out. Creating this balance. And if you ever find yourself in a moment of stress, this is just another way to breathe, and something that is kind of fun to explore and train in our bodies. We'll we'll go ahead and take our left hand, we'll move it toward our right knee, and we're going to twist back towards our right. So right arm reaching back behind us, gaze coming out over the right shoulder. Inhale, you find length in the spine. Exhale, and you twist at the torso. One more breath here. And switching sides. Right hand comes to the right knee, left knee. Left hand reaches back, big inhale. Exhale, twisting, looking out over that left shoulder. One more breath here. And back to center. This time taking our right hand, walking the fingertips out towards our right, left arm reaching up towards the sky. Kick those left ribs out as you bend maybe into that right arm. Big side bend on that left side. Gaze forward, maybe out over your bicep. And walking the fingertips out to whatever capacity feels comfortable for you. One more breath here. Next, exhale, both arms reach up towards the sky. And left hand comes down to the mat, walking forward. Kick the right ribs out toward the side, finding that length in the right side body. Right arm reaching over. And then again, maybe walking the fingertips out, maybe coming down to the forearm. Gaze maybe up or forward. One more breath. Both arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, seated forward fold. Hands come down to the mat and then walk them forward. Allow the head to be heavy as the chin drops. Next exhale, fingertips walk back to the center line. The legs are crossed. Switch the cross, having the opposite side or opposite leg in front or underneath. And then again, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Maybe just hinging at the hips, using your core strength, or walking your hands out first. Few breaths here. One more breath. And then coming on up. Extending the legs out in front. Maybe move the flesh from underneath your thighs. Toes reaching up towards the sky. Forward fold. Maybe palms up next to your knees to start with. Drop the chin and then roll down. You might want to stay here, or maybe the back of the hands walk forward. Keen into where along your back feel the stretch the most. Low back, mid back, upper back. Breathe into the sensation. Allow yourself to be heavy, rooted, connected into the earth, but with the palms up, allowing light from above to shine in. Two more breaths. And then flip the hands so the palms come down to the mat. Walk them over by your side. Slowly roll your spine back up. Staff pose. So we press into the mat with our hands, toes up towards the sky still. Really draw the shoulders down, the chest up. Maybe the glutes and the bottom lifts just slightly off the mat. And back down. Walk the fingers back about 6 to 8 inches as we set up for reverse plank. So we press into the mat, press into our heels, hips raise up towards the sky. Gaze comes up for 3, for 2, and 1. Back down nice and slow. Allow the left foot to come in and meet your right thigh. And extend that right leg out to the side. So kind of like a half split, so half forward splits. Walk the fingertips out. And forward fold through the middle. Breathing into any sensations you're feeling. Backing off when you feel pain. Slowly walk your hands back towards your body. And then picture this line, that line that comes from your heel through your leg, and as if your leg were to extend out behind you, place your left hand on that line. So left hand kind of comes out to your side and behind. We're going to shift our weight onto our left shin, hips raise up towards the sky, right arm reaches up towards the sky. A variation of our wild thing. You may also find it useful to have a block behind you to rest your hand on to help create a little bit extra space to help you get up. Again, we've got different heights of the block to help us out too. And back down, very nice. This time twisting our body over towards the right, so we try to get our torso in line with that right leg that's extended out, and forward fold over the right leg. Steady your breath. Feel your breath. Follow your breath. And slowly work your way back up vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring the right sole of the foot in to meet the left sole of the foot for butterfly pose, cobbler's pose. Big inhale here, chest raises up, shoulders draw down. Exhale, lean forward. Maybe allowing the elbows to help push down on the knees. Or maybe gravity is enough for us today. Two more breaths here. And come back up nice and easy. Opposite side, so this time our left leg extends out wide. Right foot maybe stays there, comes in to meet the thigh of our left leg. Walk the fingertips out in front of us and forward fold. Toes drawing up towards the sky. Feel that stretch in the inner thigh. 2 more breaths here. And then nice and easy, walk the hands back up to your center. Again, picturing this line that comes and connects from that left big toe to the left knee to the left hip, as though the legs are extending out behind us if we had this full splits. Right hand comes down to our side, shifting onto the shin of our right leg. Left arm reaches up for a variation of our wild thing. Hips drawing forward. Gaze maybe up at that left bicep for another 2. And 1, release back down. Forward folding over that extended left leg. We twist our body first and then allow ourselves to surrender down. Sometimes it's comfortable to have a blanket, if available, or a pillow resting on your leg. Sometimes blocks can be nice, depending if they're squishy or your pain tolerance for cork, hard objects. Breathe into the sensation, breathe into the hips, breathe into the hamstrings, breathe into everything being activated right now. And slowly come back up. Again, let's take that butterfly pose. Left sole meets the right sole. This time, maybe give your foot a little massage, really digging your thumb and then feeling around that sole of the foot, any kind of areas of tension or sensation in between the toes. Saying hello. Because you don't always have somebody to give you a foot massage. Gotta take care of yourself sometimes. Very nice. And then we may want to keep our hands behind us to help us get a little bit of leverage as we extend the legs out wide. Both legs wide now. Okay. Keep the hands back here if you want, or you can bring them forward and have a slight bend in the knees as we drive those heels down into the ground. Feel that activation by driving the heels down. Heels down, toes up, knees slightly bent, deep sensation in the hips. And then you relax the knees from being bent, you relax a little bit. We'll do 5 sets. So big push, driving the heels down. Drive, 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 drive for 3, for 2, for 1. Relax. Big inhale. Exhale, drive. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Inhale, drive down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. 2 more. You guys are doing great. This is intense. Drive those heels down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Last one. Drive them down. This is the last one. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the knees. Walk the hands out. And allow yourself to be in the pose. Finding a little strength building first. And then relaxing, softening, lengthening. Taking some extra time in this one. Big muscles. Giving them attention. and maybe the mind's wandering. Bring it back to your body, back to the sensations you're feeling, back to your breath. Three more breaths here. And after that last breath, go ahead and walk your hands back in towards the center. Allow the hands to come underneath the thighs, under the knees, to help guide the knees up to the edges of your mat. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. And we're going to pull our chest forward. If this is too intense, you can always have your hands back behind you. But pulling our chest forward, big inhale as though we're doing our cow pose. And then exhale, we can round it. Inhale, drop the elbows, pulling in. Big inhale, exhale, do a little rounding. One more inhale, exhale, round. Back to neutral, and then hands come behind. Drop the knees over towards the left. Maybe they both touch, maybe they don't. And back up. Both knees drop over towards our right. Up, left, up, right. Then if you're on your hands and this is comfortable and easy, you have the option to come back. Like we had our chest, our long spine, our long back, and stay. And then try to drive that right knee down. And see how this changes things as we go through this motion. Increasing mobility, lubricating the joints, switching sides in a way that feels comfortable for you. My hips are popping too. Don't know if that caught on the camera. Back to center, very nice. Walk the feet in so they're about hip width apart, and slowly roll your way down as we prepare for bridge pose. In bridge pose, the heels walk back towards the fingertips. Feet planted firmly on the ground. 3 soft bridges. So inhale, lift the hips up. Not going for extreme height right now. We're just helping to reset. Exhale back down. 2 more on your own. Inhaling up, nice stretch. Again, feet pressing into the ground, thighs drawing in towards one another. Release and inhale. Your last one, reaching up and back down. Grab our thighs, then begin to rock and roll your way up to seated position, cross legs. We can roll over onto the knees, walk the feet back so we find ourselves in tabletop pose. In our tabletop, we have our shoulders over our wrists, the hips over the knees, belly drawing up, up, up towards the spine, good engagement. Into our cow pose, we drop the belly, we lift the tail, we lift the chin, we lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding the back into cat, curling, really pressing the mat away from us. Inhale, opening through cow. Exhale, rounding into cat. Inhale, open. Exhale, close it off. Do one more set on your own, following your breath, following your body. And back to neutral, very good. Right arm reaches up towards the sky, nice twist. Exhale, thread it through. Don't hang out here too long. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, thread it through. We've got one more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, threading it through this time, maybe lingering, allowing the right temple to touch the mat or a block. Option to have the left fingertips reaching out forward. Couple breaths here. If the fingertips are extended, go ahead and return them in front of your face. Big inhale, we slowly unwind, pressing into that left hand. Right arm reaches up towards the sky with ease and grace. Exhale, return it back down underneath your right shoulder. Opposite side, left hand reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, reach it up. You know what's coming. Thread it on through and maybe linger here, allowing the left temple to come down to a block or the mat. Option to walk the right fingertips up towards that top right corner of your mat, finding whatever form of extension feels good for you in this twist. Breathing into the shoulder, breathing into the torso, breathing into the right arm as it stretches out. And if the right hand's extended, return it back in front of your face, pressing into that right hand. Left arm reaches up on an inhale. Exhale, return it back down. Walk the hands about one handprint forward. Tuck the back toes. Hips drop up towards the sky for downward facing dog. First downward facing dog of the day, pedal the heels, alternating left and right. This is also one that you can use blocks if it hurts your wrists. You can always have downward dog performed while holding on to blocks. Sometimes that gives some extra support. Deep bend in the knees and slowly walk your hands to your feet. At the back of the mat, begin to roll our way up to standing. Last thing to come up will be our chin. Allow the shoulders to draw down our spine, down our arms, feet about hip width apart. Tadasana, mountain pose, palms are facing forward. And then we'll slowly walk our way to the front of the mat by playing with a little balance. So inhale, our right knee raises up. Maybe the arms raise up too. Maybe we can extend it out forward. And then foot turns to the ground, arms come down. And then putting our balance onto our right foot. Left knee raises up, arms reach up. Maybe you just stay here and stomp down, or maybe you can extend that left leg. Allow it to drop. Allow the hands to drop. So continue on your own, because we all have different gaits, we have different steps, until you reach the front of your mat. This is your practice. Remember that. Follow your breath. your body, your practice. And then when everybody's at the front of the mat, we'll raise our arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, leading with the heart, bending over. Hands come towards the ground. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. That's okay. We inhale, we halfway lift up. Exhale, forward fold. I'm going to step our right leg towards the back of the mat. Drop that right knee. Inhale, our arms reach up towards the sky for our low lunge. Hips are drawing forward. Left knee doesn't go past that left ankle, so keep it in line if we can. Arms maybe up towards the sky. Pinkies drawing in, really finding this extra extension. And then with the toes tucked, we'll press into the mat. You can stay here or maybe raise up. So now we're in a high lunge. This one we can also call our crescent lunge. 3 breaths here. Finding a steadiness. And allow the knee to drop if it hasn't already. Point the back toes and allow the hips to shoot back for our half splits. And this might be nice to have some blocks to help keep your body upright as we sink down. Sink and draw that left hip back. And forward. Frame that front foot. Tuck the back toes and shoot the left foot back to meet the right. Find ourselves in a plank pose. Nice straw plank. You can allow your knees to drop at any time. Fingertips, spread them nice and wide. Belly drawing up. And then shifting our weight forward, hugging our elbows in as we allow ourselves to drop through our chaturanga, all the way down. Point the toes, hands plant underneath the shoulders, and raise the chest up. Again, elbows drawing down and back and in for our cobra pose. And back to downward dog. So tuck the toes, maybe travel through tabletop first, and then lift the hips up towards the sky. Walk your way to the front of the mat or hop. And then roll your way back up to standing. Arms reach out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time stepping that left foot back, dropping the left knee. Arms raise up for a low lunge. Again, there's this tuck of the tail, a tuck of the tail. Finding length in the left hip flexor, right knee staying in line, not going past that right ankle. Pinkies drawing in, thumbs drawing out. Biceps drawing in, triceps drawing in. Shoulders dropping down, away from the ears. Stay here, or the option to really find that grounding in the back ball of your foot and that front leg to help extend and lift up that back knee. Maybe you need to step the back leg in to help find that balance in this high lunge or this crescent lunge. Three more breaths. Feeling a little fire, feeling a little burn. And then with control, if the knees raise, let's drop it down. Hands come down to either the blocks or the mat as the hips shoot back. Right hip really drawing back for our monkey pose or half splits. Shift the weight back, forward, frame the front foot, and allow it to shoot back to meet the right. Very nice. Walk, hop, skip, jump, fly your way to the front of the mat and slowly roll your way back up. Very nice. This time, we'll shift our weight into our left foot. Raise that right knee up. Arms reach forward to counterbalance as we step back into a warrior one. So in a warrior one, that back foot, that back leg is going to land. The toes are going to be pointed at about a 45-degree angle. The hips are square. So unlike our warrior two, where we're open, the hips are square. So really drive that right hip forward, the left hip back. This is one that people often will need to shorten their stance to get the hips square. Big inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, heart center. 5 of these. Big inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale up. Keep that right hip driving forward. Exhale, center. Inhale up. Keep the bend in that front leg. Exhale, center. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, center. This time, I'm going to switch directions here, just so you can see better. This time, we're going to take that back leg, that back foot, and point the toes to the long edge of the mat, setting ourselves up for warrior two. Arms extend out. Maybe you need to walk that back leg back from your warrior one, and that's fine. So this time, the hips are open. They are facing the side of the mat. And our arms are reaching out, left hand reaching as much forward as the right hand is reaching back, creating this intersection of the left heel of the front foot into the center of the arch of our right foot. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, heart center. That's 1. Inhale, arms out. Up. Exhale. That's 2. We're going for 5. Inhale, up. Exhale, center. Find your breath. Find your power. Find your calm. This is our last one. Out and up. Very nice. This time, shifting our weight towards our left side. We're going to shift our weight into that left leg and just allow the right foot to step to meet the left. You can wiggle your legs out if you need to, roll the ankles before we go into our next side. Now, right foot, that is our base. That is our trunk as we lift that left leg up and step it to the back of the mat. So maybe the arms reach forward to counterbalance as we plant it down for warrior one, 45-degree angle. Again, hips are square, so facing the front of the mat. Arms reach up. Find your breath. Find your pose, your variation of this pose. Exhale, heart center. 4 more. Inhale, out, up. Exhale into the center. Left hip driving forward. Help keeping it square. Up. And heart center. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, heart center. Last one, inhale. And exhale, transitioning to warrior two. So turning that back leg so the toes face the long edge of our mat, maybe walking the foot out a little bit longer if you need, or you have that space. Hips facing the side of our mat now. Arms reaching out deep, bend in that front leg. Like in our low lunge, not allowing the knee to go past that right ankle. Arms strong and level. Relax them down away from your ears. Try not to be hunched up. And inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bring it on in. Inhale, up. Cultivating something from above and bringing it back into you. 3 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Maybe go a little bit lower for these last 2. Exhale. Back to center. Last one. Out and up. Exhale. Heart center. Turning over onto the ball of that back foot. Shifting our weight into the right leg. Step to the front of the mat. Maybe you gotta haul it up there a little bit. Taking our feet about hips width apart. Allow our arms to reach forward and the hips to sink down. As we find ourselves in a chair pose, we won't stay here too long. Inner thighs drawing in, tucking up the tail. Maybe you can go a little bit lower, and eventually, until we come to a seat. Maybe use some blocks to help you get down there. Maybe there's a big thump. It's all okay. It happens. A big thump. If you're at home practicing and you thumped pretty big, I didn't hear it. Maybe you got people living below you that did, though. I don't know. Setting ourselves up for bridge pose once again. Fingertips reaching towards the heels. Big inhale. Raise the hips up towards the sky. And maybe this is a little bit deeper, a little bit bigger, a little bit more open than when we first started class. Exhale, back down. 2 more. Inhale, opening. And the chest comes towards the chin. Exhale, back down. Last one. Inhale. Open it up, maybe rolling onto the tops of our shoulders, clasping our hands underneath, not allowing our knees to drive out into a V shape, but keeping them in line, keeping them parallel like a train track. Strong engagement of the core, the glutes, the legs, every little muscle on your foot for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, allow the body to return back down. We'll take our right knee and hug it in. Extend the left leg out. Big hug here. And then up towards the sky. We'll extend that right leg. Hands extend out straight and reach over towards the outer edge of our right calf or thigh. Setting ourselves up for some fun crunches. Big inhale, exhale, reaching out and beyond, like maybe you can touch the bottom corner of your mat, and back down, and reach, and down. 10, and down. 9, and down. 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, 4, you got this, and 3, 2, 1, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Hug that right knee in. hug that left knee in. Extend that right leg out to the base of your mat. You know what's coming. Left leg reaches up towards the sky. Both arms reach to the outside of the leg and curl our way over and up. And pulse coming up for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, almost there, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Crunch it up for 10. You've got this. 9, 8, 7. Do what you can. 6, 5, 4. Reach, reach, reach. 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Hug in that left knee. Hug in that right. Allow the hands to reach the inside of our thighs, clasping for the outer edge of the pinky toe edge of our feet, maybe the shins, or maybe just grabbing your thighs as we set up for happy baby pose. So if you don't have that range to reach, just grab the bottom backs of your thighs. Otherwise, feet become parallel to the sky, parallel to the ground, sole of the foot reaching up, driving in, maybe finding a little bit of intuitive movement in your body, in the space, in this place. And then see if you can keep your legs in the place they're at, release the clasp, and allow your hands to come inside. So in between your legs, we'll crunch up for 10, for 9, for 8, driving through the middle, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold up for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, keep reaching, 6, 5, 4, we're almost done, 3, for 2, and let it go. One nice bridge pose to reset and stretch those abs, set yourself up, heels towards fingers. Oh, bridge feels good now, doesn't it? Let it go. Extend your legs out straight. Rock your feet back and forth, rotating on the heel of your foot, loosening your leg all the way up to where it joins into your pelvis. Allow the hands to come to rest at your side. And grab whatever prop you may need to help support your Shavasana practice, your Shavasana pose today. Allow the face to soften, corners of the eyes, unfurrow the brow, relax the cheek, even your jaw, and the tongue. Let it drop away from the roof of your mouth. Let the throat relax and the neck. May your shoulders sink deep into the earth, the arms dangling. Melt your chest and your back. With each exhale, a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. Relax the hips. Remind them that it's okay to soften. They can relax now. May your legs be heavy, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Follow your breath. Feel it. Watch it. Be it. On your next exhale, send your breath to your toes and begin to wiggle them. And send it to your fingers. And then wherever else might need some little movement. As we roll our way onto one side, cradling our head maybe in the nook of our arm. One hand connected to the ground, connected to the space that we're occupying, that we're in, that supported us through today's practice, wherever you are. Give it a little tap for gratitude, or maybe send a message out to someone that needs it. And when you're ready, push yourself back up to a seated position. Please join me for 3 cleansing breaths. We'll reach our arms out to the side and up towards the sky. Exhale audibly through the mouth, heart center. Inhale up. Exhale out. Inhale up. Exhale out. I hope there's a sense of empowerment and calm and foundational energy and grounding that you cultivated in today's class to carry with you until I can see you again. Thank you. Namaste.